Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Kenyans, I want to start by asking a simple question. What next for William Samoei Ruto? As now Donald Trump, the president-elect of the United States of America, has released a purge. And this purge is going to touch several areas in the US. Because now Trump is claiming that when you look at judiciary, there is corruption. When you look at deep state, there is a lot of corruption. When you look at some deals that was made under the Joe Biden-Kamala Harris government, these are deals that even you cannot understand how they were going to cope up with as the government of US. Now, Donald Trump is coming at a time, but that remember, we are having our police officers, over 400 of them, in Haiti. And this was a courtesy of an agreement in between William Ruto, where he was swayed by the Joe Biden's administration, as they agreed that our police officers were going to be part and parcel of peacekeeping mission in Haiti. Remember, early this year, we realized that our police officers were not even receiving their salaries right on time. You saw even the ambassador of US, Meg Whitman, coming out to say the money was going to delay, because remember, US administration of Joe Biden promised Kenyan that in that peacekeeping mission, they were going to donate billions of money to fund that mission. So as we speak, is there a possibility of Donald Trump accepting that deal and even releasing money from US to fund the police officers from Kenya? What next for William Ruto with his diplomatic issues that has not been finalized? And I know, of course, within 100 days, when Joe Biden is still going to be in the office, he will not be capable to finalize them. Because I know Donald Trump is a no-nonsense president and is not going to play around, making some deals, far-fetched deals. It is not going to be possible, I'm telling you. Donald Trump is another truthful man, is another truthful man that is going to face off these culprits. Remember, he has talked about also the issue of cultures, where them, for example, coming out to force other countries to adopt cultures that are not theirs, And again, we are happy that at least some issues that we were being forced to do, it is not going to be again the story in our country. I want you to listen to Donald Trump. What next for 400 or 4 and above police officers in Haiti? Are they going to be deported back, or they are going to continue the mission, but the UN will continue paying them without the donation that Joe Biden promised William Samoei Ruto? Listen to Donald Trump. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, as we always do, ensure you like the video. When you like the video, you automatically support the work that I'm doing this channel. Because sometimes you watch the video and you forget liking the video. So this is just a reminder, as you watch, ensure you like the video. Thank you so much for that like.
Here's my plan to dismantle the deep state and reclaim our democracy from Washington corruption once and for all, and corruption it is. First, I will immediately reissue my 2020 executive order restoring the president's authority to remove rogue bureaucrats and I will wield that power very aggressively. Second, we will clean out all of the corrupt actors in our national security and intelligence apparatus, and there are plenty of them. The departments and agencies that have been weaponized will be completely overhauled so that faceless bureaucrats will never again be able to target and persecute conservatives, Christians, or the left's political enemies, which they're doing now at a level that nobody can believe even possible. Third, we will totally reform FISA courts, which are so corrupt that the judges seemingly do not care when they are lied to in warrant applications. So many judges have seen so many applications that they know were wrong, or at least they must have known. They do nothing about it. They're lied to. Fourth, to expose the hoaxes and abuses of power that have been tearing our country apart, we will establish a Truth and Reconciliation Commission to declassify and publish all documents on deep state spying, censorship, and corruption, and there are plenty of them. Fifth, we will launch a major crackdown on government leakers who collude with the fake news to deliberately weave false narratives and to subvert our government and our democracy. When possible, we will press criminal charges. Sixth, we will make every Inspector General's office independent and physically separated from the departments they oversee, so they do not become the protectors of the deep state. Seventh, I will ask Congress to establish an independent auditing system to continually monitor our intelligence agencies to ensure they are not spying on our citizens or running disinformation campaigns against the American people, or that they are not spying on someone's campaign like they spied on my campaign. Eighth, we will continue the effort launched by the Trump administration to move parts of the sprawling federal bureaucracy to new locations outside the Washington swamp. Just as I moved the Bureau of Land Management to Colorado, as many as 100,000 government positions could be moved out, and I mean immediately, of Washington to places filled with patriots who love America, and they really do love America. Ninth, I will work to ban federal bureaucrats from taking jobs at the companies they deal with and that they regulate. So they deal with these companies and they regulate these companies, and then they want to take jobs from these companies. It doesn't work that way. Such a public display cannot go on, and it's taking place all the time, like with Big Pharma. Finally, I will push a constitutional amendment to impose term limits on members of Congress. This is how I will shatter the deep state and restore government that is controlled by the people and for the people. Thank you very much.
So, according to Donald Trump, that is what he's going to do. He's not going to play around. He's not going to massage anything. It is now a purge. It is not going to favor anyone who involve himself or herself in certain deals that are not benefiting the people of the US. In other words, remember one thing. During the Donald Trump regime, before Joe Biden get in, Donald Trump was not having this behavior of interfering with some issues in Africa. But what put me off to Joe Biden's administration, the way I love it, remember when he was being elected, I celebrated Joe Biden. But immediately took over, I realized something that was so fishy. That now, even our election in Kenya could be interfered with. And so as they are having their interest. That is the problem I have with Joe Biden's administration. So I realized that when Donald Trump was the president, he was a truthful man that could have come out to say whatever things the way they are. But when you look at now Donald Trump's victory, is putting some individuals in a limbo. Why? Because they realize what they have been doing, it is not in the right path. And so they don't have any chance of continuing doing some shoddy work or far-fetched some kind of deals. So they know very well the victory of Donald Trump is going to end all these of things you're seeing. We are being forced to adopt some cultures that are not favorable. We as Africans, especially Kenyans, you saw we fighting for that. Again, on the same note, you saw US forcing us to believe on a certain leader. You saw even the ambassador Meg Whitman coming out to tell us that election in Kenya was free and fair. Then we asked Meg Whitman, what do you know about our election in Kenya? And that is why you can see, even there's a letter that has been sent, Donald Trump, to recall the ambassador of US in Kenya, Meg Whitman. She has been interfering with everything. She has been everywhere in our radio stations. She understands everything than even me, a person who have been born in Kenya. So it is so shameful that now some individuals are feeling terrified after the victory of Donald Trump. And it is going to be noisy and messy. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye-bye till we meet in another video.